All right. Well, I think that's it. We got one more thing to do. Should be quick. What I wanted to share with you guys. So if you're in the weekly meetup group, then you should have got an email. When you go in there, if you just come to your earnings plan, there should be, here, let me switch out of this into my demo. So when you go into your earnings plan, you select the plan, and this is the one that I sent out to everyone. So that's the Q3 2020 earnings plan. So this has all the trades, and you can see it's a nice layout of things that meet multiple criteria. Bullish pre-runner, vol rise, non-mover, vol crush. So you can sort them by close price, next earnings, things like that. So it's just a good snapshot for all the symbols available in there. So from this, we're able to create two plans, and now I put those in the share drive there, the earnings plan. So that would be this PDF when we click on that. So you can save it to your file. So the reason you'd want to do this more than once is that these earning dates will update. If there's any changes, the system will automatically update the next earnings dates and the entry date into the earnings plan. So those documents, so the first one is just the same kind of layout that we had on the other one as the entry dates, which are valid, as of, yesterday. So that's the next earnings. So if those change, then all these dates will change automatically in the plan. So this may be something you want to use like each week, beginning of the week, just to verify things haven't changed in that document. The other thing that is you can create is the trade plan. So, you just click on that and you can download the PDF. What that is the trade by date. So it gives you a nice calendar of here's all the trades, and this has all 8 strategies in there. So this would be the entry date for every single trade that we created in the system. So obviously this is very useful as far as planning, and we just have to make sure we verify. So like this fast, that trade date was on the 14th for the bearish pre-runner, and if people do that. So we have a couple coming up tomorrow too: vol rise, bearish pre-runner, vol rise, bullish pre-runner. So things are starting to heat up as far as the earnings cycle. So that's why we wanted to have this timely webinar for you guys. Even if you're not going to trade this live, I would recommend going through and doing it virtually, so you can get comfortable with the trades.
Go back there for 1 second. Can you go back there for 1 second, John? Or you can stay right here. The one thing I wanted to note too, real quick, is I have Thinkorswim up, I have Trader, I have Bar Chart, a couple other systems. But if you look at Philip Morris, which is down a little bit lower, has earnings as 10:15. So if you look at Thinkorswim, it actually has earnings as 10:20. If you look at Bar Chart, it has earnings at 10:15. So that's one that, if you're using one system or the other, you want to make sure you're verifying that date. Because if you're using Thinkorswim, you might say, oh, well, it's not on that date, it's on a different. So just be aware that it's a weird earnings time that we're in right now based on those dates. So just make sure you're checking them. I know we talked about it earlier, but I think one with like this bullish pre-runner, if it's tested out at 15 days and this, and you're off by 5 days, that could really impact the results that you would be expected to see. Yeah, Grace asks us, which is considered accurate. It's a good question. I think you just really need to take multiple sources and match them up. But bar chart says 1015, Zacks, which is Delphian, says, not which is Delphian, but where we get our data from, says 1015. So, I might want to look at one more source somewhere. We could always go to, maybe the company's website or some other source to see CNBC or something like that to see if we can figure it out. So that's my 2 cents, Josh. Sorry.
No, I agree. Yeah, normally we don't have this kind of issue with the earnings dates, but this pandemic is making us jump through hoops here as far as companies moving dates. And I think they initially give an estimate and then they narrow it down. So if they haven't narrowed it down, then you kind of want to take a second look at like say Philip Morris. Okay, what do they typically do as far as their earnings? Is it usually a Thursday? So they give a week range, from Monday to Friday or something like that. And then they say okay, the last 5 have been on Thursday morning. So then you can probably assume it's going to be that Thursday morning. That's kind of how I look at it, because they normally do give like a range there. So, okay. So, and within this, the other thing I wanted to show, so that's the 2 documents you can create. So what you can also do is have alerts added to your system. So if you go through and we click on the date here, so this is for Philip Morris, 25% stop profit, 30 delta. So if you want to add an alert to your system, then if you hit that bell, then that alert is now created in your system. So it'll populate in the screener that we have here under the daily alerts. So when you have those daily alerts, it'll populate. I think I had one. Oh, this is my other system. Let me show you. I know I have them in here. So we get the alert on 914 bearish. So it gives you the strike and expiration, the mid price from that close. So if you have a trade your account on this day, you can just click trade on this. So it makes it easy. It gives you the alerts here in the system and gives you the strike, expiration, everything you need as far as that trade. So it's a manual and a little bit manual intensive at this point. But if there's only a certain number of trades that you want to do, then that's the way to do it. We're looking at adding a add all alerts kind of button up here. So you can just say, okay, I want to do all the pre-runners, bullish pre-runners. I want to do all the vol crush. So you can add all alerts. So that'll be something we're working on now as far as the programming thing. So it's not available, but it should be in the near future, I think. So, all right, any more chats? Okay. Well, I think that's all we had as far as the webinar, and we'll just open up to general question and answer session.
And then everyone feel free to contact myself via email or phone number, or contact Josh as well. If you have any questions more specific, or you want to set up a demo and you want us to show you the platform. We do the demos via Zoom, so it's pretty easy. We can make it fairly interactive. You can see our screen, you can show us on your screen, things like that. So we try to set up times too that are convenient for everyone. So if Josh can't do it and I can, or vice versa, we try to make it convenient so we can get those demos completed and help you out, if you're working or things like that. So feel free to email us.
Yep. So I'm not seeing any questions. So
Yeah, we did a good job.
Yeah, hopefully you guys found it useful. If you have any feedback, feel free to contact me or Shawn. And if you have questions, like Shawn said, just reach out to us. And thank you for attending. This will be posted on YouTube in the next day or two. So thank you all.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks, Josh.
Yep, thank you.